Well, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, you're on the show, is my mate Bridge, who I believe has got the team news.
Team for today is McGregor, Tav, Varasic, Goldson, Simpson, Kamara, Davis and Daribo, Roof, Kent and Morelos. And I'm trying to... What page was I on there? Where was I? No, I wasn't anywhere. I'm trying to find the subs and I can't find them anywhere. Just hold on.
Yeah,
yes, hold on. There, McLaughlin, Itten, Defoe, Hadji, Wright and Stewart.
And King.
King. Sorry, apologies. See that? McLaughlin, King, Itten, Defoe, Hadji, Wright and Stewart. Well done, you. Well done.
Yeah, obviously, I think the big talking support and the support will be the fact that Roof's playing. If you go back to October, November time, people would maybe say that was our best front three. Roof since his injury, and I would say maybe a lack of, no confidence, but maybe a lack of form. But let's hope he can turn it on the day for his Bridge.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, pal. We're desperately keen. For today, we're desperately keen and whomever's out in the park to play their best. Get in there, do what they can do, and nobody's going to hold anything against them. Just get in. As long as you don't making a complete and utter shit, arsey yourself type of thing.
No, what's your language?
Sorry.
Sunday? Yeah, you should know better. That's a
sorry, it's a Sunday too.
Yes.
Sunday.
So, listen, it's your show. Get your thoughts on the team. So, let's hear for you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
One of my worries would be one of our strongest areas is the pitch, that we'll get two guys that are maybe no match fit, Roof and Tav, in that area of the pitch, mate. I don't know what you're thinking, mate.
Yeah, I was concerned about Tav, but I must admit, he did the 120 stint in the Scottish Cup, so he'll be leg weary.
Athletically fit, but there's a difference, as you
know.
There's
a big match fitness, match fitness gap for sure. But it looked as if he certainly got up and got that ball, so his eye-ball coordination for that was okay. I think it's confidence. It's match fitness and confidence. Maybe he's got some of that back with a wee bit extra games and sort of extra training. To be honest, I don't think Tav expected to be back till somewhere at the end of May, at the end of the season.
I've got to be honest, mate, I think his aim would have been, and I don't want to say this, but I think his aim would have been fit for the last couple of games of the season, just getting a few minutes here and there. Yeah,
absolutely, pal. Absolutely. And be there. Come on as a sub in the last 10 minutes and go and pick the trophy up,
Mm-hmm. The plans have changed a bit. But anyway, be interesting to see people think of the team. That'll be the big talk. And of course, Jack Simpson making his all-firm debut. I'm no surprised at that. It's the only option we've got. No Balogun, no Bassey, no Hollander, and no even the boy Patterson. So we're right down to the bare bones, Bridge.
We are indeed, pal. The ankles will be sore for the other players because the pace that boy Patterson put into his game was quite incredible. So very difficult for all the other players to keep up with that and apply themselves in order to make up for it. But let's hope they do it. I really do. I think the boy Simpson is maybe surprisingly getting a first team run long before he was due. I would have been expecting next season or something like that, summertime, and get should we say, a pre-season under his belt. But here we are. He's going to be thrown into the cauldron now, and let's see what he does. Because I'm really keen on him. I like the boy. Looks good.
Well, mate, I'll say what I think, yeah. Very quick, covers the ground very quick, yeah. In open play, I've not been really impressed. He's playing against all the experienced pros, but hopefully he'll learn it's not as easy as he thinks up here. We've been joined by Carl. Morning, Carl.
Morning, Ox.
How we doing, mate? All right?
Hey, a bit nervous, Ox.
All right, okay. All right, give us your thoughts on the team. Have you heard that?
I've not heard the team. I caught you catching the subs.
Bridgeman will give you the team. Go on, Bridge.
Lovely.
Maybe he won't. Maybe Bridgeman won't give you the team. I'll give you the team.
Yes, sir. Got to hear. Oh, sorry.
Barisic, Davis, Kamara, Aribo, Kent, Morelos, Roof, subs McLaughlin, King, Hadji, Stewart, Wright, Itten and Defoe. That's your second yellow card. 3 yellow cards and you're suspended for 7 months. Right? Mr. Bridge.
Okay, thank God. I thought it was me there.
No, you, Carl. Can I suspend you?
No, I was saying to Fox,
Yes.
when I called in, I just think I keep hearing, Rangers have got more gears to go through, but we're not going through any of them, man. We've been blowing hot and cold.
We've no hit the heights since the St Mirren game, mate.
No.
We've no particularly played well. We beat Hibs. We played okay, bits and pieces in the Celtic game, 2-0 up, should have made it 3 and maybe drove home for a good victory. But we played okay in that game, but not as good as we know we can play. But the 2 St Johnstone games, we were very, very average, mate.
But worse than average, I thought. Roof's got to put in a shift today.
Well, really, he's got to give something, and he's got to maybe, we want him to be dangerous in front of the box. Are you there, Bridge? No, we need him to be dangerous in the front three, mate, and get involved. Similar to the performance you remember against Aberdeen halfway through the season.
I think he takes too many touches of the ball, turns, and he just seems to make wrong decisions at times. That there's an easy ball on and he'll turn again. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know. I'm just too nervous, Ox. I really am.
He's a good penalty box player.
Don't wait a minute. I've seen the penalty last week. Don't say about penalty box players.
I know what you're saying, but he's a good penalty box player. But outside the box, I think he's no grass yet. The Scottish football is not as easy as people think. I think Bridges eventually joined us. How are we doing, Bridge?
Couple of wee problems there. Sorry about that. Yeah, we were talking about Roof.
Aye.
Yeah, I don't know what our expectation is of Roof at the moment. He's done some fantastic stuff in the European area and some good games on the home front as well. And then we got injured, and I think that injury was quite serious, to be honest. And he's just fighting his way back, in my opinion. Just fighting his way back. I
think maybe he's doing in confidence. I just think he wants to take too many touches, at times. When he's, I don't know, I just my feeling. And I think, as I say, we need to get out of this second gear carry on. It looks as if we've not got any gears, because I still see when we lose a goal, we panic like hell. Or when we're playing bad, we panic. We really do. We don't show any composure.
It depends how you look at the stats, mate. We've hardly lost a goal all season, in real terms. So that's
that I know.
Aye.
But I think we miss Ryan Jack that bad, because he seems to be a calming influence at the back.
We've certainly missed Ryan Jack, but if you look at the stats again over the season, he's hardly kicked a ball for us.
Well, I know that. But that's how you miss players when they're not there.
Aye, but he's played about a third of our games, mate. We've played 50. This is the 54th game of the season, mate. We've lost 3.
Well, that's the thing. They'll have to look at him, won't they? And let's hope whatever the specialist fund they can sort rectify is. We need him next season. We will need him, because we've got to build on this season. It's not just a matter of one championship and that's it. No.
The hard work starts again.
Aye, that's right. It's like shifting coal, isn't it? You're never finished.
Never.
Right, I better get away and listen to your show so my missus can listen. 4-0 for me, by the way. I might be nervous, and I'm probably very stupid putting money on that, but I was ran down to the bookies this morning, Go
on yourself, pal. Well done.
I hope you're right, Carl.
So do you.
I'll get in there. Take the money off him.
Always do. Right, bye-bye, lads. Have a great day. If you're on tonight, I might have a wee laugh and a sing-song.
We'll be on after the show.
Good man. On after the big show today, you mean?
Yes. Cheers, mate.
Right, bye-bye.
We'll be joined by Andy for Leeds. Morning, Andy.
Yeah, good morning, boys. How are we feeling? Everybody confident?
Unusual for you being at this time. It must have been a quick match today. How are you feeling, mate?
Not too bad. A bit rough, like, but a couple of cures will sort out. I stayed up watching the boxing, listening to some tunes, like, so a couple of hours and I'm back ready to go again, like, you know. But, hey, I just got... Does anybody think that Steven Gerrard has blind spots with certain players there? Because on current form, I can't understand how they're starting that game today. I get the logic of he can score a goal and all that, but
are you saying,
it doesn't look much.
Scott Wright? Are you putting Scott Wright in front of him?
Yeah, I would have had that. Well, I was hoping it was going to be Scott Wright. I'm kind of shocked at that, to be honest with you. There's only two wingers running at him. You know, I mean, I don't know their team. Don't want to know their team until we kick off against them, like. But I'm a bit surprised at that because he's shown nothing. He doesn't look interested to me at times. But you know, we've got to go with what he's done.
It's not a surprise to me that he's played Ruth, but I think the majority of people, including myself, would have had Scott Wright in front of him. You know.
Yeah. Well, we've got to go with what we've got to go now. Hawks like, and I don't feel. As long as we don't get beat to them right enough. I mean, it's a bit of a poor team, isn't it, compared to what we could put out right enough. But we'll get
Hollander missing, arguably Ryan Jack and Aribo up front. So we'll actually get two players missing, and maybe, if you like, a fit Patterson ahead of Tav, maybe, but a fit Tav would be playing. So we've got two players missing. Injuries happen, Bridgeman.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, doing a really, really bad time of the year for us for that, because these last three games are going to be quite big if we want to get to where we want to get to and remain undefeated. So these are quite, and there we are, but probably the shall we say, the smallest pool that we've ever had. And some of, as you said there a second ago, some of the players that are missing are quite key. They're quite key to us, you know. And that's the saddest part.
We've
it'll prove.
We've not got a real natural midfielder on the bench, not one.
No.
Andy?
No, that's a worry, isn't it, right enough. Well, the two, like Kamara and Garibo, they've got to stand up round Davis today, right enough, isn't it? Because I'm pretty sure they're going to come and try to do everything they can to stop us, not getting beat to them all season, right enough. But I don't know, I still got a feeling we're going to do them. Took a nice score on them, took 4-0, 4-1, 4-2. Because I think there'll be a few goals in this. I don't know why, but I just think.
Have you actually put it on, or have you just gave them?
I put it on. I definitely. I went up there yesterday and put it on myself. I started believing you now, Ox. You know what I mean? If I had that bugger, I don't know whether it's me just being dumb or he's just at it. Like, you know what I mean? It's probably me being dumb, right enough. But there you go.
How do you like my new car?
Aye. Well, they're all up today. All the family's up today, like, so hopefully win or they'll all be going back. They'll not be staying. Put it that way. And out. But no, I think we can. Come out with the right attitude and get the troops a performance that we've been expecting in a lot of the games. Like you say, since the Mirren they've done nothing really. A bit pieces, haven't we? Like, surely after Sunday they'd want to redeem themselves a wee bit, right enough. They're all saying that they've let themselves down and all that. So there's no bigger game to get up for after it. There's no such thing as a friendly against them or a non-important game. Get them sorted good. That's what I'm looking for today.
But even as players, they probably realise internally that that they've switched off at some point and they can't get it back on again. And the only way to do that is to play through it. And this maybe today might be the time. The natural playing against a big team and everybody gets up and the adrenaline's running and so on and so forth. And unfortunately, half of the guys that would be playing aren't playing. But it's good for the others. But let's see what they do today. I'm really keen, really keen. I think we should still beat them. I'm going for a 1-0.
I think that was too big. I don't think you're allowed to go for that, mate.
No, it's you that took it. Cheat. It was you.
I would take that all day long. And to be fair, Andy, I would take that all day long against them anytime, mate. Yeah,
definitely. Just as long as you beat them, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who you play. Well, it does matter who you play, because all fun games, as I said to you before, in my opinion, it's when you're on top, that's when you've got to punish. You've got to try and score and, get the initiative. Rangers seem to have a problem when they do lose goals is after they score, or like I said, once we know what they do in the death, but they're concentrating. What did they tell you? They always tell you after a goal, keep your concentration level, because that's when you can lose goals, and that's where Rangers seem to lose their concentration at times, and that's a shame. But come on, we can do this today. Yeah, their vibes, you usually get them, don't you, as a Rangers fan? But I'm getting the vibes. I know they're going to come, and I know they're going to be at it right enough. And I think the Liger Muncher in the middle, he's going to try and go out with a swan song. I just hope somebody goes in there that's got the boys for Rangers today and stiffen them. They want to play that game, get him sorted. He's got away with it far too long. Him send him away with a memory.
I think if we play again with the team, I mean, the front players, people would argue. Some people would say that's our top team at the moment, midfield to front. Obviously, Arfield and Jack, for a lot of people, might come into the reckoning, but they're injured. So we can only go with what we've got, and we've got a lot of. If you take Aribo and you take Roof, who can score a goal, Morelos, we know when he plays against him, he worries him to death, and Kent is consistently good against him, Bridgeman. Consistently good against him, eh?
Oh, I like that boy. I really like him. He's a star. To me, he's a star. And then, yeah, you're right. He seems to pull it out and play well against them. I think ever since he decked Scott Brown, he's changed his mind, because before that he was a wee bit up and down, I think he comes out and he's ready for them every day, every time. Now, the only problem is, of course, with the young lad, is that he knows they're going to chase him. They're going to hunt him down. Whenever he's got the ball, they'll be on him and run from behind. All that nonsense, scraping down the back of the leg, all that nonsense. They'll do all that. They will do it to him. And he needs to watch out he doesn't get himself injured. That's it.
We'll see. They will go after him, and we have to see what it takes us. Can I just, while we're on the show, and I will announce it during the week, but can I thank everybody who's purchased some of our badges? We've close to over 80% of them have disappeared already, so if you want to get them at shop.online at Rangers Radio, and we'll see what it takes us. Get rid of the last shoe, and thanks to everybody who's donated to the worthy cause for the Robert Mulholland Memorial Parade to help, and I say the word help, subsidise that. Thanks to everybody. Give us a team again, Bridge, so people just join us.
Couldn't get out of a mute there. And the Rangers team is McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Simpson, Barisic. McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Simpson, Barisic, Davis, Kamara and Aribo, Kent, Morelos and Roof. The substitutes: McLaughlin, King, Hadji, Stewart, Wright, Itton and Defoe. They're all quite small, aren't they? The substitutes are apart from Itton.
Aye. Just to let you know that Roof has got the same goals per minute as Edward, so he must be worth about 40 million in.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Well, I think that we are a bit more realistic than they are, so I don't think we're going to get anything like that for sure. 40 million, wow. It's a dream, isn't it? It's a dream, pal. That's a dream.
Well, I think economics have changed. Yep. So we'll see what it takes us. Looking forward to it. We'll see what it takes us, yeah?
Yeah,
I go for it.
Yeah, I think if we, we turn up and that, we can, like you said, it's coupled out in major parts of the game, team right enough. But it's time for these guys to stand up. They want to be part of the Rangers going forward, and put in some kind of performance and let us see what's going on there with these guys. Like I say, I thought nothing against Roof at all. I just find it amazing. Everybody can see that man shot match foot. I could run around the park more than him. I'm 60. Just at this moment in time, right enough. So that kind of worries me in an Old Firm game where the way, I'm not saying it, but the way I think they're going to come out is I can't see them at all not wanting to try and lay one on us here. And probably, it's probably going to be a bit of a rough-house game as well. And that, if it goes down to that worries me, because I don't think the current Rangers team can stand up to that kind of performance at the moment.
You say that, but I think, obviously we think about Arfield and we think about Jack, They've not started and played that much against them as people think, and we've managed to beat them and go undefeated against them.
Yeah, that kind of defeats my argument right enough.
Aye,
you know what I'm getting
it's
is
just mental. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. I mean, I would rather have a fit Ryan Jack playing today than my starting 11 with the players we've got. But we've won the games and we've got this record against them, and Ryan Jack's hardly played against them.
no. Well, I mean that's what I mean. We've got to be looking in that area as well, aren't we? If he's not going to make it, this operation's going to do. We're going to have to get somebody in there anyway. But that's for another day, I suppose. It's all about today. I think. I don't know. I mean, it worries me that, as I said a few weeks back there, when we started turning myself off, that's what's worried me all along. I've said, once you do that, you can't get yourself back up. You can't just expect to stand up for a quarter final against St Johnstone there or whatever, although we should be pumping them. You can't, when you've turned off and you're in that mind, a big game comes around, you suddenly can't get up for it. It's a mentality thing. It's a big thing there with that. If they'd have carried on the momentum and wanted to go, we could have been in a better place. But we're in a place here today now where we've got to go out there and put on a real good performance against them and take them out. That's what I'm looking for. Get them sorted.
Anyway, we've been joined by George morning, even George.
Morning.
Morning, troops. Morning.
Morning, George.
How are you, lads? He's up for the battle. You battle fever on?
Yes, mate. Yes. No, maybe not as big as.
It was a bit of a shocker to see Roof in the team. I was like, what? Where's right?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I don't think he would have been the guy. Macy's would have picked Georgia, but.
Aye, I mean, honestly, I was a shocker seeing that actually. When I was like, oh no, man! I said, I'm seeing a couple of boots, he'll be off. You know what I mean? But then again, let's hope I'm wrong, man. He bangs in a double or a hat trick.
Or 4 or 5.
Aye, or 6.
I know what you mean, George. Look, when insult your intelligence, George, by saying Roof's been playing well, but the gaffer's picked him, so we need to go with it.
It was obviously, man, he sees something training that we don't, you know what I mean? Obviously, in training, he's dynamite, you know what I mean?
His intensity might come in handy against the likes of Ayer if Ayer's playing. I don't know what their team is.
Aye, Bridge, man, I agree with that, mate. I agree with that. I must admit, aye. I mean, at the end of the day, man, the boy's a finisher and all, man. You've got to put it right. You've got to give him that, you know what I mean? The guy can put the ball away.
You can see what he's like when he gets his first shot in, George? First shot, and let's see what happens.
I just want Alfredo, man, to bag a few today, man. I'd love it, man. Alfredo bagged a few. And Kent scoring off. Kent likes a goal against him.
Morelos should go up and introduce himself to Scott Brown and say, I know I've missed it the last couple of games we've played.
Aye, definitely.
Here's a wee slap in the head to keep you going.
Aye. Aye, there's a final slap.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
I mean, I think I would rather him getting substituted.
Brilliant, man, if we beat them, man, to see his group and get off, man. Get off defeated, man. Brilliant, man, you know what I mean?
George, even being taken off. Being taken off after an hour or something like that.
I'll cut across these boys. We'll be joined.
Sorry.
We'll be joined by
Hello.
Paul. Morning, Paul.
Yeah.
Can you turn the show off, mate? Or your telly, whatever you've got on, mate? You can hear it.
Can you turn that down a bit, please? Sorry about how you doing. Hello?
Hello, how are we doing, mate?
Not too bad yourselves.
What's your thoughts on the team?
I'm just wondering, I'm just thinking to myself, what...
You'll need to turn the show off, mate. We can hear it in the background. All right, we've lost them. Right, oh well. No difficult. Even George and Andy can manage it, is it?
You'll do that, you know, I was talking on the phone going, I said, am I getting blanked here, by the way? This is after the show went off. I realised I was stuck in mute.
You were sitting on the show for ages. We thought you'd left, and we asked you a couple of times. You were just sitting there.
I was like, I said, am I getting rubber ears here?
George, that happens to me all the time, pal. All the time.
I mean, I couldn't believe it, but I looked at the phone and I see the mute button was pushed. I was like, oh no! I must have been since 9 o'clock.
It was, George, it was. By the way, some people said it was the best doer on the show.
Aye.
Aye.
He's quiet, brilliant.
Bridgman's having a course how to come on and off boot during the summer. George will boot you in.
I'll go in, man. I'll just go out and learn to use a phone. That's all right.
I just want to go onto this Rangers site to get the match. Can I go on?
I do. There's other ones out there, I know, mate. You can go in.
He'll get it officially.
No, I'm supposed to be getting I'm a season ticket holder.
Aye,
I'm in there. There's nothing, absolutely nothing.
And a pensioner to boot.
And a pensioner.
Right.
That means he only gets to watch it in Hoffy's telly. He's 90-inch telly.
I'm absolutely raging.
I don't think is it started yet.
So you should be, mate. So you should be.
I don't know
to be perfectly honest, as Foxy had said to me earlier, and I'm thinking, well, it won't start until probably about 11:30.
Oh, it's not 11 yet, is it?
No, I'm saying,
Well,
but he said no, it's on at 11 o'clock. But I don't know.
Just want to say something. This is a big thank you to Fox. The guy's a pure gentleman, by the way.
Well, what have you done? You've no sold him one of your sofas, have you?
The council still no came for him, but it's the 5th of May they're meant to be coming. But
Listen, mate, I'll bet what you're right. He is a gentleman, but he's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
What's your thinking today, George, when you've seen the team? And then Andy.
I think honestly, I know they're going to hang me. They're going to go for a right back spot, and they're going to go for Simpson and all. You know what I mean? Because he's an easy take. You know what I mean? But I think, man, see, if we play, we win, mate. Simple as. You know what I mean? If we score early, they'll just lose the plot. I'm talking about, and end up they'll leave gaps for us by. When they leave the gaps by, man, we'll take advantage of the gaps by. You know what I mean? And score goals.
But don't you think we're still a bit weak with the amount of players we've lost?
I'm just trying to think about that, Bridge. I'm trying to put it in the back of my head. I'm not that weak, but for Rangers.
Arguably, Andy will get 2 players missing. You know?
Yeah, well, when you look at Arfield doing obviously Jack Longterm, but when you look at it like that, if Tavernier would have been fit, he would have been in there anyway. So it's only the big Elander, really, isn't it? You know, I mean, I think he's a massive miss. I've liked him from day one him coming in. That guy reads the game brilliantly. For me, he's your definite one that's on your pencil in your team every day of the week. For me, that's who you put alongside him, which is obviously Golston at the moment. But no, I think if we look at with strengths and all that, George has got a good point there. If we could score in that first 15 minutes, that'll rattle them. They might lose the plot, given the fact that they've not beat us yet. So that would be around about the 15-20 mark would be an ideal time to take them, and then kind of do what we did in the Scottish Cup game there and try and hit them again 10 or 15 minutes later. Take a couple, because with it being the last game, they will lose the plot. George is right there. That's a given, I think.
Well said,
so,
Andy.
Let's go for it. I mean, we can go for it. But man for man, we're better players. We've not gone all the way through the season in the league, although we've not got second gear in a lot of them, and come to where we are now to suddenly become bad. And all football teams, not just us, encounter injuries along the way. You have to deal with it. That's just life, isn't it? So get out there today, Rangers, and deal with it and get them sorted. That's how I see it.
Well said. An educated man. I'm educated man.
Always have been. I just kid on that I'm dumb, George. That's all.
Just hides it well, George. Just hides it.
Hides it well. Under the hard that.
With the way it looks as if they're going to set up a sort of 4-2-3-1.
Diamond.
Well, no, it's different because I brought Forrest back in, mate. Yeah.
Manic.
So they're sitting with a 4-2-3-1, but it looks at with their big Edward up front. 2 or 3 in the midfield. They've got a lot of work to do, but they'll need to be supported by the fullbacks if they're playing with just the one up front, because then it could become 5 against 5 in there, yeah. Because they're only playing with 1 up front rather than the 2 through the middle this time, which has caused us a bit of problems. Bridgeman?
Aye, it has.
Yeah, they know they know us now. They know what our weaknesses, and a lot of other teams know we've got a lot of weaknesses as well. But they know where to go. They find the gaps, and we really do need to be on top of our game, particularly in defence. We got away with a couple the last time we played them, to be honest. But I still think we should have won the game. But they're no daft. They're no daft, and they'll be looking at certain areas of our team and watching what we're doing. And the boy Simpson's going to be under a lot of pressure. They'll probably stick French Eddie on top of him straight away and see what happens. See what he's up to. And no, if I was their manager, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd definitely put him on it. I'd put the pressure on him. See what he responds. But he's got to win the high ball. Sorry, pal.
Here's one for you, Bob. With Simpson coming in, we've actually got more pace at the back.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, but I'm talking about the overall game. And
I'm not saying otherwise. But what I'm saying is we've maybe got more pace at the back. Yeah.
I remember when we signed to Lander. Bridge was over the moon, man. That was the player he was wanting, man. It turned out, man, he's been an excellent guy, you know what I mean?
To be fair, I think Bridge said he was 4 inches too small.
But Big Phil reads the game absolutely brilliant. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, he's a cracking defender, man. He is a big miss for us, you know what I mean? Big loss. Just hope
he's a big miss.
Just hope Simpson's on the ball, Bridge, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Look, Balogun had not a bad bit of speed as well and pace, but some of the players that they've got, Jim Forrest, that Forrest boy they've got, Nene, he's quite fast and direct at times, and if he runs directly at that boy Simpson, you may find a few surprises there. Either he's going to lamp him, boot him.
Do you remember when Flanagan used to play? He never even get a kick at the ball, remember?
Well, he then booted him. First minute, bang.
That's what you do to him, know what I mean? So he didn't want to know.
There would have won Flanagan, Dick Brown in the box.
That was fabulous. Fabulous. He made a name for himself, John Flanagan, didn't he? That way.
Aye, man, he was solid, wasn't he?
Gave us everything he had. I know he wasn't a lot of the times playing on the left when he was right-footed, but I know he wasn't the greatest player in the world, but Andy, he gave us everything he had there.
Oh, definitely. I got to say, I want to love him as a player, but when he played for the Rangers, I mean, you can't say that he didn't get stuck in. I mean, especially against them. I mean, he'd a fondness for the Lego muncher, and you can never argue with that. I mean, he was a decent enough for getting stuck in, but that's about it. But sometimes you need water carriers in your team that's going to do a bit of that, and I don't think we have many of them. Well, we've no at the moment at all. But, we need to get somebody in like that. We need an Ian Ferguson, John Brown, that's going to, sound out. I mean, Ian Ferguson, as you remember, he tantalised into McStay and all that. I mean, he did a lot of better career that went for Ian Ferguson. He said, "Who's that? I'm. Right, I'll go and sort him out in the first 5 minutes." You never seen him in a lot of the Old Firm games because Fergie sorted him out, and that's what we need in that midfield. We need somebody that's going to do it. Terry Elliott type, or Ian Ferguson, John Brown. Come on, get into him. But I think, and I think he needs to look at that. If he's learning and he's watching and he's saying what he thinks he needs for the team, then he needs to be looking at that. And also, you're playing in our league, which is a tough, rough league. Whether he likes it to his style of football or not, he's going to have to get somebody that's going to combat that, because Scottish football's not going to change. We can't keep bringing in sulky players that can't stand up. So he needs to look at that. He needs to address that situation big, in my opinion.
He's done no bad. I mean, I know we're 1 out of 9 people will throw that as, but there's been improvement every year, and if he improves us next year, George, wow.
Exactly, mate, man. I mean, if he steps up a gear next year, man, what a player we've got. Let's be honest.
No, I'm talking about the team.
Aye. If he steps up next season, man, we're going to be unstoppable in the league for sure, and the cups.
Well, I
mean, I think your extended run in Europe, you know what I'm talking about, I think that takes a lot of our team and all. I'm talking about when it comes up to the cups and all that, man. And winning the league so early, man, you know what I mean? It's just people have pointed out, man. I mean, it's kind of like...
Do you know something, George? We won the league that early, and the Rangers radio showreel page, the league winning days on page 2.
No. They must for that, man. We've got nothing else to play for, man. I mean,
George, it was 2 months ago this weekend. We won the league.
I know, mate. I know, man. Last time that happened was, 1925.
Or maybe next week, but it's definitely 8 weeks ago since we won the league. It's just unbelievable,
And during that 8 weeks, we've had the international breaks, we've had the other breaks, Scottish Cups and so on and so forth, the Cup competitions. And just some of that, we actually didn't play, probably. There was no any league games for at least 4 weeks for us. That's incredible. It's incredible.
Always gone.
Aye, you're right.
We're a van half.
You're also right, George. You're right.
I was reading on Follow today, one of the posts saying it was at Forfar they got fined £10,000 for no playing against Clyde or something because of COVID. Just incredible. These people are running the joint are mad. Mental.
Where are they going to get the money for? Robbie checks, no, no.
I don't know, pal. I just saw it, Apparently they walked away against Clyde because there was a COVID breakout or something. One of their players has got COVID. Don't know which team's players, mind you. So they refused to play. Apparently, SPFL said they got 10,000.
You're going to appeal that.
Well, I would imagine it's in the hands of the lawyer.
That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, mate, the Scottish football just...
What do you make of it, mate? I don't know if it's true, though, man. That Fashion Sakala said he's come to Rangers.
And there's rumours about a couple of players, mate. I just like to wait to see them in Auchenhow, standing in the centre with the scarf above their head. I think...
Yeah, I remember
that. Before we come back to the game, but history tells us that Gerrard does his business early, Bridgeman, Andy?
Yeah, well, he likes to get them in early, don't he, so that they're bedded in for the pre-season. So it wouldn't surprise you if he gets his work done early doors or even before the the Euros that start there right enough, depending on how quick or the windows open. But I would imagine he usually has his plays in mind, doesn't he? And he usually strikes while the iron's hot, doesn't he? So we could be seeing guys, as soon as earliest as possible, we could be seeing these 2 or 3 if that's what we're expecting coming in. I never heard of the guy, to be honest. I don't know who he is. Even the guy at Middlesbrough that they're talking about. What did he say, George?
He's meant to be a small guy, I know, man. You know what I mean? He's not tall.
Yeah, well, as I said,
midfielder guy.
He might be a good partner for Morelos. You know what I mean?
We'll see. I'm sure they know what they're doing. They've known what it's doing every season, mate. I mean,
that's it. They've kept it quiet under the carpet. I mean, they could say fast as a car, it could be somebody completely different. You know what I mean?
Aye. Till we wait and see.
People just speculate about him. You know what I mean? That's all they do. They just sit in their booze and get pissed, man, and just go, "Aye, we'll throw that name in the hat."
Aye, with a dodgy computer, George.
Absolutely.
The most let her listen to hear you saying that, George, and say a source close to Rangers. That'll be you, George. I would just wait and see, and are you feeling it, Andy, as you have up to the cup tie and the games before it this season? Are you still feeling it the same? It's kicked in for me, but maybe a wee bit, not as early as it has done the last few games as usual.
I'm a feeling in terms of the 15th or from when it stopped.
No, today being an Old Firm game.
Oh, today, right? Definitely. There's never a time I never feel. I just want to. I mean, you never win them all, and where we've been over the last few years with them, right enough. But the number of times we got smacked in the coop and never wavered. Every time we get to play them, I want them sorted. I don't matter who we sort them, but sort them. And we're now getting ourselves into a position now, as it stands, where we're dominating them in a wee spell. Long may it continue. And as we go along the seasons, start punishing them even more than what we've done this season. That's my take on it.
Guys,
never not feel it.
Sorry.
I say I never not feel the Old Firm game. You want to do them, don't you?
I think it's quite incredible that if we beat them today, we go 23 points ahead of them, and that's unbelievable. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
2 years of no beaters.
I mean, it's just quite incredible. I want to go 23 points ahead of them for sure, because they'll never go over that.
If they told us what they were doing, would have done that in the last 2 years from where we've been with what they were doing to us, would have said what you're talking about. So really, we're lumping the gums, and it's a slow process that he's getting there, but he will get us there. I mean, look, it's nothing. We were all disappointed and all that, but listen, it's Steven Gerrard that came out with that statement. He knows 1 in 9 is not good enough. Not us. Steven Gerrard made that statement. So we've got to believe the manager. Well,
aye, he's right. He's right. Well, gentlemen, just see how you're thinking it's going to go, George.
4-0 to the Gers.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah, I've got high score. I'm going 4-2 Rangers.
Oh. And Bridgeman, you're going for a very attacking game today. What are you going for?
I'm going for a 1-0 for the Rangers. It's going to be very tight. It's going to be a very tight game, and it's going to be, the two midfielders will be having a ding dong in the middle of the park. Yeah, I think it will be. Because at least Stephen Davis doesn't want to go, at the end of this season and say the last game we played against at Ibrox and we lost. The last game we played at Ibrox against St Johnstone and we lost. Get that sorted out first of all.
Stephen Davis is a big player for us. The best player in the park. Yeah, he's the best player.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Pure Rolls Royce.
Well, listen, lads, thanks for joining us. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle. We'll be joined by Jaffa. Thanks to George. Thanks to Andy, Bridgeman, and of course Cal, who came and joined us, and Paul, who made a fleeting visit. Going to get his sound sorted. Thanks for listening. Bridgeman, a few words for you before we go to the tune.
Huge game today, everybody. Huge game today. To all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, get out there, right into them Rangers, and right into them. Mollocate them. At least 1-0. Go for it. Keep it going for the Rangers.
Enjoy the ball game. Take it away. Old school blue.
We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love you. Stephen Gerrard came to Ibrox along with Gary Mack, and they were set the challenge to bring the title back. See the tear arrived, the end of let's go. And we sniff it up to see the league flags finally hung. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love you. We had McGregor, Tav Golson and Bournemouth at the back. African defeat and the fallen attack. Davis, Jack, Kamara, Arthur, Hadji came alive with Hamilton and Balogun. They won his 55. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love you. Not forgetting Jory boys, then we could me fit. Like Edmondson, Stuart Barker, Renewed on his bit. McLaughlin, Jones and Bassey, Patterson, Zungu. Though Nico Cattish didn't please Rangers through and through. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love you. Dave King and the Three Bears deserve some special praise. They fought and won the battles to bring these glory days. Too many more to mention. They gave us everything. Now everywhere around the world can celebrate and sing. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love you. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh